Let's begin with orders and deliveries. To get to this page, head to the Stock Control tab on the left hand side. You'll see a table that lists all of your old deliveries, as well as being able to create new deliveries, edit them, delete them, or even undeliver them. Let's begin by creating a new delivery. Here you have a notes field which can be used to leave notes for other employees to read. You have a supplier field which lets you assign a supplier to this delivery. You can also enter the supplier's email address if you wish Newbridge to send the attached order across automatically. You have the status box which is used to assign the status to this delivery. It can either be new order, sent, delivered, or paid. Until it is marked as delivered or paid, the stock is not actually in the system. If we choose the send method to become email, this will actually send the email to the suppliers. Across the top we can choose products, suppliers, departments or sub-departments. This will allow us to add different quantities of products to the order. Currently we're just doing it product by product. Here we've added the tankery to the order. We can see the SKU, which is 70 centilitre bottle, as well as the SKU price. Once we enter a quantity in, it will calculate the total for both bottles. We can add as many products to one order as we like. Here we'll do some blood orange gin as well. Once again we can enter the quantity, which will create the total. Because the status is now being set to sent, this will prompt it to send an email to the suppliers. Here we have the confirmation. As soon as we click send it, the supplier will receive the email, and this is how it will look. You can now see the order has been updated to say sent to suppliers. We can now click the order and go to edit to update the status once more to become delivered. This will give us the option to input a delivery date. Please bear in mind you can backdate this to exactly when it was delivered, as well as to the exact time. We can then have a new field to enter the delivery number. This is just for your record keeping. We can finally update the status to paid. However, this is an optional feature you don't have to use. However, it will give you a new field to input the invoice number. Once again, we can hit save to update this delivery. If you wish to delete a delivery, simply highlight and click, and hit the delete button. This will remove the delivery from the system. If you now select a delivery and go to edit, which has already been delivered or paid, you'll notice you have a message that doesn't let you update any of the products. To get around this, you can head back, select the delivery and undeliver. This will revert it to a new order and let you adjust the products and the prices, as well as a quantity. Here you can see me deleting a product, as well as updating the quantities and resaving. Now let's take a look at wastage. From the left hand side under the Stock Control tab, we can head to the wastage section. Here you'll have a table that shows all wastage completed from the till or the back office. To create a new back office wastage, click New. You can then choose the date and time the wastage occurred on. You can also backdate to a previous date and time. Next, choose which products to waste. In this example, we'll go for one product and we will choose tankery. Once selected, we can add the product and then choose how much was wasted either in SKU format or in individual sales unit format. In this example, SKU is a bottle and unit is a shot. Here you can see we enter 14 shots, which equates to half a bottle. Next, enter a reason why it was wasted. This will get recorded against the entry for everyone to see. We can then submit the wastage, which gives us two options. We can save and come back to this later, or complete, which means the data will be stored and no longer editable. To waste through the till, first go onto the till screen, enter your code. Once signed on, head to the function screen at the bottom right. From here you can go to till modes, and from here, wastage. Wastage mode will turn the check view yellow. This indicates that you are now in wastage mode. Any products you then sell will pop up with a reason for wastage. These can be customized and adjusted by yourself on the back office. Here we'll waste 2 cold river cider pints, head to the payment screen and pay it off with £0 cash. This will now go to the back office and be counted towards the wastage. Let's take a look at adjustments. These are used to add stock into the system without affecting its cost price. For example, if you get a free of charge offer for some J2Os or maybe a bottle of gin on sale, you can add this stock into the system without affecting its cost price. Once again, you can choose the date the adjustment was made. In this example, we will be using Tanqueray, and we will be adding 1 bottle in the SKU column, and the reason being free of charge stock. You most commonly see this with special offers that suppliers are running, and it's important to add this stock into the system even if it didn't cost you anything. Let's take a look at transfers. These are used to move stock from one multi-site to another. If you have 2 bars down the road from each other, you may find yourself moving kegs between the two. In this example, we've chosen the target site, called the Feathers, and at the top of the screen we can see the current site we're on, called the Lodge. We can add a note as to why we're sending it, select the product we'd like to move, and then enter a quantity of how much we're moving. In this case, 1 keg. We can then enter a reason why. The transfer will automatically deduct the stock from this site and increase the stock at the other site. Once completed, that will take place. Spot checks are a handy tool for tracking your variances on many products. You can run spot checks as often as you like and have the option for them to be invisible or reset the stock count once completed. Here we can choose a date, followed by choose some products. In this example, we'll be using Tanqueray gin as well as blood orange gin. Once we've selected the products and added them, we can then enter how many we've actually counted. Once again, we have the SKU column or the unit column. On the left-hand side, we have the expected stock. This tells us the amount of units we should expect. If we match it in the unit quantity column, the box will turn orange. If we have more than required, it will turn green. And if we have less stock than expected, it will turn red. This shows the variance the products have. If you have a cost price against those products, it will also show you a variance value. Finally, you have the option to create the spot check where you can save and come back to it later, or complete and save the data. The final stage is the stock take. From here we can actually print out the count sheet, as well as updating the order the count sheet prints in. If we go to update count order, we can rearrange our subdepartments into the order we would like to count them in. In this example, I've put bottled alcohol, draft, bar snacks, softs, and then hot drinks at the top. Once saved, we can go back a page and now download the count sheet. It will produce it in the same order we've selected here. You can also choose to completely remove a subdepartment from the count sheet if required. This is handy for stuff you don't need to count. In this example, I'm only printing bottled alcohol, draft, and spirits. Based off of the order that we've just set, bottled alcohol is at the top, followed by draft, followed by spirits. We can now click the print button on the web browser to allow us to print this out to an A4 printer. This is going to be different for everyone's computer and printer, so please do this as you normally would. Back on the stock take page, we can click New, followed by choosing the date the stock take was taken place on. We can backdate this to a previous month if required. After clicking Create, Newbridge will load all of the products into a list. At the top of the screen, we have a Save button and a Complete Stock Take button. In the columns, we have the expected stock, SKU quantity, and unit quantity. To begin the stock take, enter all of your quantities for the products. This can either be in SKU format or unit format. This will also produce a variance quantity by comparing the expected stock column against the unit quantity column. The colour also reflects if you're on target, beneath, or above. At the bottom of the screen, we also have the Save button and a Complete Stock button. Save lets you come back to this at a later time and complete it, whereas Complete fully cements the answers in. This cannot be modified in any way afterwards. Please make sure it is correct before completing.